Good morning, students. After understanding the concept of sharing, that the sharing is just a distribution of electron between or among atoms, or you may say that the joint use of resource or space. And in case of atom, and as a precise definition, we may say that atoms come closer to overlap its shell or orbitals. In your level, you may say that shell, but it is more precisely orbitals. So, what do you mean by sharing? In terms of electrons and atoms, you may say that sharing means overlapping of orbitals. How atoms share their electrons? The answer is that atoms overlap their orbital to share their electron. So, after understanding this concept, we just move to the formation of covalent bond. And for this purpose, an example is here with the anonymous atom, but you may consider it as a hydrogen one. So move to the first page, and here we try to understand how the covalent bond is formed and the nature of covalent bond. So here in this picture, two atoms are depicted, A and B, and these two atoms approaches one another. That means just coming towards each other, moving towards each other, and they, as like in a gaseous state, atoms move freely and collide with each other. So suppose that here two atom A and B just approaching towards one another, and when they come close together somewhat a certain distance, when these atoms come close together, there is a establishment of force of attraction. Between these two atoms. So you may consider these two atoms as a hydrogen, because negative charge, a single electron present in a hydrogen. So this atom resembles with the hydrogen atom. So you may consider it like a hydrogen one. So when these two atoms come close together, there is a establishment of a force of attraction. So here the question arises that how the force of attraction arises here. So just I want to use some notation here. So listen carefully. There is a nucleus in atom A. So nucleus of atom A, which is positively charged, holds its own electron, but when the another atom come close enough to this atom, the force of attraction of a nucleus of atom A apply a force of attraction on an electron of atom B. So I write here a red color line. So force of attraction between nucleus of atom A and electron of atom B is established when two atoms are enough closer to each other. And similarly, a force of attraction also established between nucleus of atom B and electron of atom A. So when these two force of attraction establishes between those two atoms, just these two atoms now come more closer than the previous one. More closer than the previous one. So if the force of attraction established here, if the condition is rises here, if the established force of attraction established here, then they come closer to each other. And when and how force of attraction established, we discuss later. So just understand here, the force of attraction, due to the force of attraction, these two atoms A and B come closer. And after this, the next image is that when they come closer enough, their outer shell, in other words, I can always say that more precisely it is orbitals, so their shell or orbitals overlap here, and the overlapped area is here. I just circle this. This is the overlapped area now. So in this area is common for both the atoms, and due to the force of attraction of both nucleus, these two electrons are just between these two nucleus, and in this case the revolution of electron around a nucleus is stopped, ceased, and electron just fix between these two nucleus, and due to this force of attraction of nucleus, both nucleus on an electron, these two atoms do not separate, and due to this force of attraction, this is called covalent bond. So in a previous definition you understand that what is bond. Bond is a force of attraction, and this type of force of attraction, when established by the sharing of electrons, by the sharing of a space, is called the formation of covalent bond. So this one is a formation of covalent bond. So I hope you may understand that what is the condition here. So first condition is that atom comes closer to each other, and when atom comes closer to each other, there is a establishment of force of attraction between nucleus of one atom to the electron of another atom, and due to this force of attraction they come more closer to each other and overlaps their shells, orbitals, and after overlapping, after sharing, the movement or revolution of electron is ceased. Electron cannot revolve around the nucleus, and the electron just ceased between these two nucleus, and due to this force of attraction atom cannot separate, and establishment of bond, and this type of establishment of bond is called covalent bond. So I hope you may understand all the concepts here. And now formation of covalent bond in hydrogen molecule. So this previous example is also resembles to the hydrogen molecule, but here we take particularly a hydrogen molecule to explain this concept with the theoretical explanation and how to write in your copy, because for a different molecule a question arises that explain the formation of covalent bond in oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, chlorine. So you are able to write and explain how the formation of covalent bond takes place. So just look at the picture and also listen what I am saying and what is written on slide. So this is very first image. This is hydrogen. These two hydrogen atoms, the positive charge, so the charge of nucleus, and negative charge written here in a white color represents the electron, and these two atoms are just near to each other. Clearly listen, near to each other and close enough to each other, there is a two different sentences. So just listen. So very first point, if anyone asks about explain the formation of covalent bond in hydrogen atom, hydrogen molecule, so just explain here. Two hydrogen atoms are near to each other, that means two hydrogen atoms are just near to each other, and there is establishment of force of attraction. In the next image, there is a line between the nucleus of one atom and the electron of another atom. There is two lines, and the statement is that when two hydrogen atoms come close enough, when two hydrogen atoms come close enough to each other, their electrons are attracted to the proton in the nucleus of the other atom, and due to this force of attraction there is overlapping of orbital. So this is the hydrogen molecule, and in this hydrogen molecule this is a similar image as you see the previous one, and the two electrons, one electron from each hydrogen atom, are just between the shared space, shared area, and this is the formation of hydrogen bond. And the statement is here that because there is both, so clearly understand what is both. Because there is a both, first point, a strong enough attraction between atom and room for electrons in the outer energy level of both atoms, the atoms share electrons and this form a covalent bond. So here the statement says that there is a two condition explaining that when covalent bond is formed, so the condition first is that there is a strong enough attraction between atoms, there should be a strong enough attraction between atoms, and also there is a room for electron. So I want to explain what is the meaning of room for electron. So you know that the hydrogen atomic number of hydrogen atom is 1 and the electronic configuration is written as 1. So you know the one electron of hydrogen is located in K cell, and in K cell the maximum number of electron maybe is 2. So when these 2 electrons are shared, so the in K cell there is a room for 1 electron is vacant in a hydrogen atom. So this hydrogen atom may share 1 and 1 electron together and complete its K cell configuration as like 2. So these 2 shared electrons, and now the hydrogen, both hydrogen atom have 2 electron in K cell because the electron is shared between them. So this is the explanation about the room. And after this you may write this structure as like hydrogen, single bond, hydrogen. Clear? You may write like this, and the single line, this single line, why this one is a single line? Because both hydrogen atom share 1 and 1 electron. So here total shared electron is 2. So one line represents here the sharing of 1 and 1 electron, that is total 2 electron. Total 2 shared electrons, 1 by each hydrogen atom. So this is the representation after the formation of bond. And after the formation of covalent bond, these lines you may use for the separate questions as like the formation of covalent bond in chlorine, fluorine, oxygen, nitrogen and etc. And afterward we discuss about the formation of covalent bond also separately in these molecules. So just we move to the next slide one. And next slide is related to the concept what you understand by these 2 examples, using these 2 examples. So here some question and answer related to this topic. So very first question is that what do the pair of dots between the 2 letters H represents? In a previous image you see that in 2 atom H and H there is a 2 dot. So these 2 dots are related to their valence electron of hydrogen atom, because hydrogen atom have 1 electron only and this electron is a valence electron. So answer is that the valence electron of each hydrogen. So if question ask about the any other atom, so the dot around the any other atom in such type of a structure is represents only their valence electron, not the total electron. Second question, what are the 2 conditions atoms must have in order to form covalent bond with one another? Here ask about the condition when covalent bond is formed. So just do not go through this answer. What I am explaining, listen here. Here is 3 conditions mostly for the formation of covalent bond. Very first condition is that atom should be come closer. Atom should be come closer. That means if the atom are far apart, they cannot form a covalent bond. The formation of covalent bond takes place when atom are near to each other, come closer to each other. Second condition is that if atom are near to each other, come closer to each other, so there would be a force of attraction. There should be a force of attraction between these 2 atoms. If there is no force of attraction between these 2 atoms, there is no possibility to formation of covalent bond. And this force of attraction established by the nucleus of one atom and the electron of another atom. And the third condition is that first one is the atom should be come closer to each other, second one is there should be a force of attraction, and third condition is that there should be room in valence shell for extra electron, that means for sharing of electrons. Clear? So there should be a room. Room means in an outer orbital, or you may say that outer shell is not completely fulfilled, as like if the atom have in K cell 2 electron, as like helium cannot share its electron because because helium have k cell only, and k cell is completely filled by 2 electrons, so helium cannot share its electron. And neon, that is the atomic number 10, so configuration is 2, 8, and 8 is fulfilled, that is in L cell maximum electron is 8, and neon have fulfilled L cell, so neon also cannot form a bond. So if question arises like that, you may able to explain. So here is only 2 conditions, but you write in your copy the 3 conditions. Atom should be come closer, there should be force of attraction, and there is a room in outer cell for sharing of electrons. Next question: why is hydrogen molecule more stable than 2 individual hydrogen atoms? Why a hydrogen molecule is more stable? So in a hydrogen molecule, the k cell of hydrogen atom is fulfilled by sharing, but in individual hydrogen atom there is no completely filled k cell, it has a vacant space for a single electron. So answer here, hydrogen molecule has a completed valence electron cell, while an hydrogen atom still has one electron spot free in its outer orbital, that means a space for a one electron. So hydrogen atom is not stable, because for stability you know that atoms try to complete their outer cell, that is attain the noble gas configuration. Why cannot a third hydrogen atom join the H2 molecule to make H3? So there is no space between H2 and molecule, so just understand that this is a typing mistake. So why cannot a third hydrogen atom join the H2 molecule to make H3? So simple answer is that hydrogen have a k valence cell, and k valence cell may have maximum 2 electron. So if 3 hydrogen atom share together their electrons, so there is a total 3 electron, and there is no space for 3 electron in a k cell. So H2 may be formed, but H3, H4 like molecule cannot formed here. So this is related to the room in a outer cell. So answer is that this is because the outer cell K only allows 2 electrons, it cannot hold or share a space with the 3 electron. So these questions may enhance your understanding about the formation of covalent bond, and the question related to this, if anyone asks about that, why a molecule is formed but another molecule is not formed, so you may explain by their outer cell configuration. In a next molecule, just this is a theoretical data about the covalent bond, so just write this in your copy and move. So very first point is that the concept of covalent bond is proposed by the G.N. Lewis, and on behalf of this name we study about the Lewis structure of molecules. A bond formed by a mutual sharing of electron is called a covalent bond. After a lot of discussion, you may able to understand that a mutual sharing of electron is a covalent bond. During the formation of covalent bond, the two combining atoms contribute equal number of electrons for sharing. This is very important line, because if you do not understand these lines, you may create some problem, or you have some mistake in drawing the Lewis structure. So just understand that during the formation of covalent bond, the two combining atoms contribute equal number of electron for sharing. That means when two atoms come close together, they share equal number of electron. If one atom share only one electron, then another atom also share only one electron. It cannot share 2 or 3 or more than. So equal number of sharing always takes place. The shared electrons contribute equally to both the atoms and complete their valence shell. So the shared electrons, so if the electron is shared between these two, so these two, the shared electron is contribute equally to the both atoms. That means there is 50-50 contribution and 50-50 division between these two atoms. So equal contribution takes place according to G.N. Lewis. The shared electron can be regarded as common to both atoms. So shared electron is called common to both atoms. So I want to explain. Common means if you are playing when you are playing some game and there is a odd number of player, so you just divide the equal number of players and a single player may play with towards the both team. So this single player, common player, is counted in both team as like if in a one team 3 player, another team 3 player, and one player is common, so there is 4 player in team A and also 4 player in team B, because this common player may be count in both team. So here shared electron may be regarded as common to both atoms. That means if you count the electron around the atom, so this common atom counted with both one. A shared pair of electron is represented by a dash and is responsible for holding the two atoms together. So a single shared pair of electrons, that means shared pair means two electrons are represented by a dash. The two shared electrons are represented by a dash and is responsible for holding the two atoms together. In a several molecules, atom has to share 2 or 3 pairs in order to achieve the octet. So you know that sharing or transfer of electron occurs only to complete the octet or to attain the noble gas configuration. So in some cases, atom cannot attain their noble gas configuration by sharing a single electron, so they try to share 2 or 3 electrons, and in such case the covalent bond formed are called multiple covalent bond. That is because they share not a single electron, they share the multiple electron, that is more than one. So these are called multiple covalent bond. The sharing of two pairs of electron with particular atom is known as double bond and represented as equal to sign. So this is double line. The sharing of two pairs, when the atoms share two electron, it is called double bond or double covalent bond. And if it share the three pairs of electron, that means 3 electron from one atom and 3 electron from another atom. So total shared pair is 3 pairs. So the electron with particular atom is known as a triple bond and is represented as 3 dash line together. The compound containing one or more covalent bond are called covalent compound. So this is last about the number of electrons contributed by an atom to form a covalent bond is called covalency of that atom. If any question asked about that, what is the covalency? So you may just count the number of covalent bond formed by a particular atom and you may explain the covalency of atom. It is similar to the valency. And now a Lewis structure. After completing these all topics, we just try to understand how to draw the Lewis structure for a different molecule. So for a Lewis structure, I will prepare a different video, but now a Lewis structure, some information about the Lewis structure is that a Lewis structure is a graphic representation of the electron distribution around atoms. A Lewis structure is a graphic representation of the electron distribution around atoms. The reason for learning to draw Lewis structure is to predict the number and type of bonds that may be formed around an atom. So why you should learn the Lewis structure? Because after learning the Lewis structure, you are able to count the number of bond and the type of bond formed in a particular atom, and Lewis structure is just a graphic representation of electron distribution around atoms. So this is very important because Lewis structure cannot predict the shape, geometry, bond angle of the molecule. Now how to draw the Lewis dot structure? So in a way to how to draw the Lewis structure, more slide I want to share with you that before drawing the Lewis structure, you should able to draw the electron dot structure for a particular atom. So in a next slide, I discuss about the electron dot structure. So this is last slide for today. So how to draw the electron dot structure for particular atom? So here is some example, and you may find that the number of dot is equal to the valence electron present in an atom. Because you know that carbon has total 4 valence electron. So around carbon there is 4 dot. Beryllium has 3 valence electron. Boron has 3 valence electron. So here 3 dot around the boron. Beryllium 2, lithium 1. Oxygen have 6 valence electron. So around the oxygen there is 6 dot. So just this dot represent the valence electron of a particular atom. So you should able to draw the electron dot structure, and you are able to draw the electron dot structure. The next step to draw the Lewis structure, we discuss about that in a next video. So move to the point 1. Draw electron dot structure of each atom present in a molecule. This is very first step for the Lewis dot structure. Second point is that in electron dot structure, just make a dot or cross equal to valence electron present in that atom. Third point, choose a central atom. So concept of central atom is related to that a atom which have big size and high valency is termed as central atom, because central atom can hold more atom together compared to the other atom. For example, in a water molecule, if you want to draw the structure of water molecule, so hydrogen atom is a smaller atom and its valency is only 1, but compared to hydrogen, oxygen is a bigger one and valency is 2. So oxygen can hold 2 atom. Oxygen can hold 2 atom, but hydrogen can hold only 1 atom. So the bigger size and higher valency of atom is choose as a central atom. Share electron among them in such a manner that duplet or octet of each atom may fulfilled, and after completing duplet or octet, the unshared valence electron, listen carefully, the unshared valence electron is count in pair and are called lone pair. So the last 2 point we discuss also during the drawing of during in a next video when we learn about the Lewis dot structure. So last 2 point we will discuss there also. So thank you for today, and just write all the slide in your copy and learn how to draw the electron dot structure for a particular atom. So thank you.